Hi everybody, I am Thatnursingprof and welcome to my channel. Today's video is another one in our dimensional analysis math series, and we're going to be focusing on drip rate calculation, so drops per minute. A couple things before we start our first problem. I wanted you to know that traditionally micro drip tubing is 60 drops per ml, and macro drip tubing is anywhere between 10 drops per ml to 20, so 10, 15, or 20. And this is going to depend on the manufacturer. That's where the difference will be. How will you know this? It will be on the package. It will tell you on the package. When it comes to math questions related to these, usually in the question it will tell you the 60, the 10, the 20, the 15. Okay? Usually it will tell you. If it does not tell you, because sometimes it doesn't, if it just refers to the tubing as micro drip or macro drip, think 60 for micro and 10 for macro, unless otherwise stated. Sometimes there'll even be a picture of the packaging on the test, and then you'll be able to read it, and that's how you'll know the drip rate. But let's get into this first practice problem. A nurse is preparing to infuse a 250 ml unit of packed red blood cells over 2 hours. The drop factor is 15 drops per ml. The nurse should adjust the flow rate to deliver how many drops per minute. So we want drops per minute, so we're going to put that in our answer. And if it's going to be in our answer, we need to have drops in our numerator. And where is it here in the problem? Right there. So 15 drops per 1 ml. What else do we know? We know we want to give 250 mLs over 2 hours. And then now we need to convert hours to minutes because we're going to have minutes in our denominator in our answer. So 1 hour is 60 minutes. So we have it all set up. Now we can start crossing stuff out. So cross out our mLs, cross out our hours. We'll have drops, the only thing left in our numerator, and minutes, the only thing left in our denominator. Punch it into your calculator, do the math, and you get 31. One thing about these drips per minute, they always have to be whole numbers. So if you punch this in and you got 31.333, etc., that's not accurate, okay? Because you can't give 0.3 of a drop, right? So you would just round this to 31. You would round this to a whole number. Let's do another one. Let's try another one. The nurse is preparing to infuse lactated ringers at 150 mLs per hour. The drop factor of the tubing is 20 drops per ml. How many drops per minute will the nurse set the manual IV infusion for? So we're looking for drops per minute, right? So we're going to put that in our answer. And if it's going to be in our answer at the top, it needs to be at the top in our numerator in the equation. So where do we see it? Here. So 20 drops per 1 ml. What else do we know? We know we're going to give it at 150 mLs per hour. And then to get this to be minutes in our denominator, we need to convert hours to minutes. So our mLs will cancel, our hours will cancel. This will leave us with drops per minute. Punch it in, do the math, and you get 50. 50 drops per minute. All right, number 3. A nurse is preparing to administer an antibiotic, IV piggyback. So if you see IV PB, that means IV piggyback, over 20 minutes. Available is the antibiotic 1 gram in 100 mLs of D5W. The drop factor of the tubing is 15 drops per ml. The nurse should set the tubing to deliver how many drops per minute? So, just like before, looking for drops per minute in our answer. So we'll have drops here in our numerator, and where do we see it in our problem? Here, 15 drops per ml. right? And what are we giving? We're giving 100 mLs over 20 minutes, okay? In this instance, the grams, ignore that, okay? That's not relevant to this question. So we're giving 100 mLs over 20 minutes. So go ahead, cross out the mLs, gives drops per minute, do the math, and then you get 75. So 75 drops per minute, which is pretty fast, but IV antibiotics go in really fast. These piggybacks go in really fast, so that makes sense. Let's do another one. All right, let's do another one, and this one's a little bit different. So the provider is prescribing dextrose 5% in water to infuse at 100 mLs per hour. The nurse has microdrip tubing. The nurse should set the tubing to deliver how many drops per minute? So setting it up just like before, right? We want to know drops per minute, so that's in our answer. Now, where is that in our problem? It's right here, actually, okay? So if you remember, microdrip tubing is always 60 drops per ml. So if it doesn't tell you in the problem, pay attention to this part. So you will know, okay, this means it's 60 drops per ml. So that's what you'll put here. Now everything else is the same. So we're going to give 100 mLs per hour. And then we're going to convert hours to minutes. We'll cross out our mLs, we'll cross out our hours. This will leave us with drops per minute. And then if you do the math, you get 100. So 100 drops per minute. Okay, last problem. A nurse is preparing to administer 0.9% normal saline 3,000 mLs IV to infuse over 24 hours. The nurse has macrodrip tubing. The nurse should set the IV to deliver how many drops per minute? So just like before, drops per minute in our answer. Now where are we finding this information here? Macrodrip. Now you're probably thinking, Professor, it says 10 to 20, so how do I know if it's 10, 15, or 20? When in doubt, if you don't have information, if you don't have a picture, nothing to go on, go with 10. Why? Because it's the most common. So if you don't know, go with 10. So 10 drops per 1 ml. What else do we know? We're going to give 3,000 mLs over 24 hours. And then finally, we need to convert hours to minutes. So now we can start canceling. We'll cancel out our mLs, we'll cancel out our hours, leaves us with drops per minute. Punch it in your calculator, do the math, and you get 21 drops per minute. One more thing I wanted to bring up, you don't have to do this at all, but if it's interesting to you, if you think it's going to be easier, I wanted to present it. The way we've been setting things up has been like this. So this was like the equation for our number 2 example that we did, right? And so we had to convert hours to minutes to end up in drops per minute, right? You can set it up like this, you can cancel if you want, or the alternative is you can set it up like this. So that stays the same, and this becomes 150 mLs over 60 minutes. Because this is standard. This is only 1 hour. We already know 1 hour is 60 minutes. So if you want to set it up like this, and then these will cancel like that, you'll still end up with drops per minute in your answer, and that's okay. So if you want to do it the long way because it's an extra check for you, go right ahead. If you feel comfortable doing it this way, you can. Usually this works when we're in like the little numbers. Like we know 1 hour is 60 minutes, we know 2 hours is 120 minutes. But like that last problem we did where we had 24 hours, we don't really necessarily, that's not a common thing to say like, oh, how many minutes are in 24 hours, right? So common ones like 1 hour, 2 hours, you can do that if you want. If this is easier for you, go right ahead. If you prefer to do it the long way, just so you can double check yourself, that's fine too. I just thought I'd mention it. So that was my video on calculating drip rates. I hope you found this helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. If not, I'll see you on the next one.